CrustNet.
One of the ways that we measure biocrust abundance for CrustNet is with percent cover. And so to do that, we use a 25-point frame. It looks like this. The frame will have 25 intersections, and then you'll use a flag or some other pinpoint to estimate the type of cover that's at each point. And so those categories include things like gravel or cobble or stone, as well as bare ground. There's different litter types like woody litter and plant litter. And then also all of the moss and lichen species that are at your site, which should be identified to species. So you should have a list of codes available to you that indicate each of the species that you might find in your plots. And so you'll place the plot or the quadrat on the ground, and then we always spray the biocrust before we make the measurements. And that's so that we can have all of them open to their maximum extent. So you'll spray the plot, and then you can use a pin flag and measure 25 points. And it's very helpful to have someone recording as you do this.
Ready?
Yes.
Bare ground, grav, sipu, plaque, bare ground, grav, bare ground, plaque, bare ground, sipu, grav, plaque, bare ground, bare ground, bare ground, bare ground, bare ground, grav, 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 bare ground, bare ground, grav, grav, grav.
Here's an example of the datasheet you will use to record cover data for CrustNet. There are 25 rows and 2 columns for each plot. You may need to record 2 cover types at a single point when they are vertically stacked. For example, when you find woody debris directly above a moss stem. Please refer to the protocol for other special cases you might encounter when using a pin to read cover.
And then at the end, you'll want to look for any species that you didn't hit that are present in the plot but might be there at trace amounts. And so you can look for anything else that you didn't hit with your pin.
Pelt, lichen 1, Briam, yeah, and cocoa.
Record these extra species in the area marked present on the datasheet. List all species that occur in the plot. Use a standard procedure for all cover measurements at your node. I clearly mark the 25 intersections that I will measure and place my pin in the same position of the grid every time. I also keep my pin as vertical as possible and read from above. I always use a hand lens to verify species that I am unsure about. Remember to minimize disturbance to this permanent plot area if you are working on a Tier 2 plot.